Avengers Endgame tugged on our heartstrings plenty, but a deleted scene would have straight up yanked on them. The scene in question, recently made available on Disney+, depicts Tony Stark visiting an ethereal afterlife immediately after his universe-saving snap. There, he encounters an adult version of his daughter Morgan. While Endgame directors Joe and Anthony Russo had previously discussed the scene, we had yet to get a look at it before now, and it's every bit as poignant as you'd expect.
What can happen at the end of a film this big is you can have ending after ending after ending, and it starts to feel like the movie's never going to end. And then the endings, when you have too many sequences in a row, you can dilute the value of each one of them.
In the scene, Stark suddenly finds himself alone in the peaceful realm, seemingly confused as to where everybody went. Just as he begins to realize what must be happening, Morgan makes her appearance. At first, Stark isn't sure who he's looking at, but when Morgan offers the clue that the two are pretty close, he figures it out pretty quickly. Stark's face registers 1,000 emotions as he looks at the daughter he'll never get to know, and he admits to wondering if he made the wrong decision in sacrificing himself. And, of course, the scene ends exactly as you'd expect. There's amazing chemistry in the scene between Robert Downey Jr. and Catherine Langford, who unfortunately was robbed of an appearance in the biggest movie of all time when this scene hit the cutting room floor. It wouldn't surprise us though, if Morgan Stark were to make an appearance in a future MCU film, or several. In their commentary on the scene, the Russo brothers explained that it was conceived as a sort of bookend to a scene in Avengers Infinity War. Specifically, the scene in which Thanos, having just accomplished his mission to snap half of all life in the universe out of existence, was basically transported inside the Soul Stone. There he encountered a young version of his adopted daughter Gamora, who was one of the many people who died at Thanos' hands so that he could accomplish his mission. Joe then explained that the reason an adult Morgan was cast was so Stark could come to terms with what he had done, and truly understand the fact that he was giving up so much time spent with his daughter throughout her life. However, at the end of the day, the scene was cut for reasons that are pretty understandable when you're talking about a flick that already ran in excess of 3 hours pacing. Avengers Endgame looks good even without this scene. If they added this scene, a never-ending tale inside the Soul Stone would happen in MCU. For more content, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to see the other contents.